You are now tuned in to the War Party Paranormal Radio Show, where we will be discussing actual audio and visual clips captured during the team's investigations. Hear firsthand eyewitness accounts from fellow team members and special guests. Now smash that like, subscribe, and follow button, and let's get ready to welcome team leader and your host, Eric Vanderlaan, and tech specialist and co-host, Mike Del Coro.
Happy Monday, my paranormal people. We got a good show for you tonight. Mike, what happened to the intro?
I changed it up a little bit.
Oh, I like it. Looks good.
All right.
I don't know if anyone caught that new intro. Jazz it up a little bit.
Yeah, I got to spruce it.
Right. Well, the worst part of your day is already over. The work day, right?
Correct.
Mondays suck, but we got this show going on. We got a good one. We're going to be talking about the Age of Spiritualism. And I'm Eric, your host of War Party Paranormal Radio and the team leader of War Party Paranormal Research. And that young man right there is...
My name is Mike Del Coro. I'm a tech specialist and investigator with War Party Paranormal, and I'm your co-host. And I'm going to let Eric kind of tell you what we're getting into tonight.
Yeah, we're going to change it up tonight. We got some special guests. We did have a drawing, and we did find a winner, so it's good. So we're going to talk about the Age of Spiritualism back in like the early 1900s. We're going to be talking about ouija boards, seances, more importantly, table tipping. Yep, table tipping. We've been talking about it. Now we're going to show it to you. So that's going to be pretty cool, right, Mike?
Heck yeah.
And we also have the amazing Carly, the village tarot card witch. She's investigated with us a few times and looked at her tarot cards and was able to nail down some valid information that related to our investigation, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, she's super talented. She's really good. I was always real kind of skeptical about that whole deal, to be honest with you. Like all like,
you're such a skeptic,
but
gotta be.
Some of the things that happen with Carly and during investigations and some of the investigations that we've been on together have just blown my mind and really changed my mind on things for sure.
And we also got a special guest, and we have Marie Tufts. She's one of our team members. You haven't met her before, so that's going to be pretty cool. And she's our table tipping guru.
And an awesome investigator and a super nice person for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be talking about table tipping. And we also have Melissa Keller. She's the winner of our drawing for the tarot card reading. And Carly's going to give her a reading. She wants answers, and she's going to get them. Right? Absolutely.
And don't forget, last but not least, we got Big Joe, host of the Greetings from Floor Weird podcast.
Yeah,
a good buddy of mine and a fellow teammate.
Yep. So we got an action-filled show for you tonight. And my buddy Mike, I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is. Put together a new intro about the Age of Spiritualism. And here we go.
Let's check it out.
badass. Nice job there.
Thanks, man. That really gets you in the mood.
Yeah, it does. They make it so spooky. It's really not that spooky, actually. It's got a bad rap, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, what we're going to do is I think we're going to bring up Marie. We have a little intro on her, and then we'll bring up Carly, and then we'll bring up everybody else. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So let's roll Marie's intro. And here we go. We got two of those, right? Or just one?
What's that?
Okay.
Intros?
When I get on the table with her, it seems we open the table.
La mesa parecía que estaba viva.
What was that? I don't hear you, Eric. You're muted, buddy. Eric, you're muted, buddy.
How's that?
Perfect.
Oh, that was my leading role on television. Premier Impacto.
There you go.
My
There you
gringo
go.
Spanish.
Awesome.
Right?
Well, yeah,
You
that
like
was some
line?
pretty epic footage, man. That made it.
I try to
see
make it
all
look as
angles.
real as possible. So when you watch the video, it doesn't do it justice. You're like, oh, come on, really? Someone's pushing that. But when you see it and feel it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that looked like you break a sweat doing that, huh?
Yeah, you would. It's a workout. So I think Marie's going to start new table tipping aerobics. So stay tuned for that. So without further ado, here's Marie. Marie,
Hi, Marie.
how's
Hey,
everything?
hey
Welcome to
there.
the show.
Hey, why? Thanks for having us.
Say
Happy
hello
New
to
Year.
everybody in the
Hi,
chat.
everybody. Hi,
You-
everybody.
You're usually in the chat. Now you're here.
Yeah, exactly. That
go.
was a great intro, by the way.
Oh,
That
thank
was
you.
great. That was the beginning. I mean, you were there from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
We whipped out
amazing.
this table, and I'm like, what the heck are you going to do? Table tipping? Oh, come on, really?
You know, and you were right, Eric. It doesn't do it justice. Watching it like that and being on it, it absolutely doesn't do it
You have
justice.
to physically touch it.
It's a wooden table. It's an inanimate object. It's how does it do that? It's just amazing that it does that. And
So can you tell everyone, like, how did all this table tipping get started with you?
okay, well, as you said, it really goes back to like the late 1800s,
Right.
and it's spiritualism. They used it back then more like the Ouija board to answer questions, and you could get it to. It was called table rapping back then.
Right.
And what it was is they would ask questions like, "How many spirits are here?" And the table would tap out how many spirits, like, tap how many were there. It seems as though I enjoy, and the guests that come
Oh, they
enjoy
love it.
it just going crazy like that.
Yeah.
We haven't really narrowed it down to that yet.
Table's gone wild.
Because
Ghost gone wild. Get it?
it's
Okay,
table gone
whatever.
wild. But something is definitely going on because,
Yeah.
and when you said it felt like a workout,
Uh-huh.
every person that comes through, a guest, and we do events and everything.
They're
And
looking at us like we're crazy when we start the event, and we're
but
gonna do table tipping.
I
They're
get,
like,
I get the
say what?
craziest. I get the craziest looks when I'm
Right.
explaining it to these people. These big burly guys are standing there looking at me like, "Yeah, okay." Then they get on it, and
Oh,
when they get
Puma.
off the table, they're standing there hyperventilating.
Right.
There's a physical change in them. They're breathing heavy. They're holding their center of their stomach, and they're looking at have a totally different perspective of it.
Now, how does the table move? That's what everybody wants to know. Like, what's your thoughts on that? I think you channel energy, like you're the conduit. It goes through you, and then for some reason, whoever's similar, like sensitive, that can do that, have that ability as well.
So-
but not everybody.
I just want to say one thing, just from my perspective of things. Like I said, I was always very skeptical of this at first, but I actually have a few videos and stuff when I did a live on Instagram when we were at Gold Coast Railroad Museum and a couple other things. And what really changed some of the perspective of the things that is like what you were just saying. I was just rewatching a little clip, and it wasn't quality enough for me to put on here because it was alive, it was grainy and stuff like that. But there was this big dude, big bald guy, and he jumped on the table and he was doing a thing, and you were kind of like not touching it but like coaching it and like saying like, up, and you're talking, and he's just sitting there with his hands very lightly on the table, and then it eventually kind of came back up, and he got off the table and stepped back and was like veins are popping out of his freaking head,
Yeah.
and he's like got veins coming out of his arms. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. And I look at him and I ask him, like, how do you feel? What do you feel right now? And he couldn't even answer me. He was just like,
I remember that. Do you know he's a correctional
Officer.
officer at the prison down
oh, I didn't
there?
know that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So he's even more big and he's a correctional officer, and he was blown away. He was hyperventilating. He was sweat, like you said, veins pop out. Now, what happens? I don't know, and that's what I wish that they would invest.
Do you feel something when you're doing it?
I feel I've gotten better at it.
You have.
better. Thank you. That Ann Stevens, the intro that you just showed was actually maybe that was made the fourth time I did it.
Okay.
It's been about a year and a half since then. Now, answer this. How do you get better at an inanimate object? It's a piece of wood.
Yeah.
So obviously something is going on.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
When I've been to Casadega and mediums and stuff like that, they tell me that I vibrate at a very high frequency.
There you go.
I
That's
think
exactly what I'm talking about.
I think
You
it's
can
the
channel it.
transfer of energy.
Yeah, you're the
Exactly.
conduit. Yep, you're the connection.
Well, I do my little mantra, whatever it is. I open the table, I call upon whatever, and I knock it in. But it seems as though I know the table's going to wake up and it's going to move. I know.
Definitely.
I've learned what direction it's going to go in.
Uh-huh.
I learned, but what's surprising me is I'm off the table.
And it's going.
I noticed that.
But
Yeah,
it depends on the person too.
You'll get it started and then you'll back away and let
Mhm.
the guest kind of just take over. Real quick though, I also want to bring in Joe, our other teammate, so he could be involved in the conversation as well.
Mhm.
And we got him over here, and we're gonna pop him in. Boom.
There you
Wow,
go.
boom, there you go.
Joe and I have some great juju on that table.
I'm sorry.
Is that ectoplasm coming from your mouth?
Is my ectoplasm showing? I apologize.
I
Yes,
knew
it
it was
is.
that.
I'm so sorry.
I know my shit.
That's funny, man.
But Joe,
Yeah.
as big as you are,
Why, thank you, Marie.
That's a good way to start off.
You're panting.
You meant your heart.
Oh yeah.
What do you feel when you get off the table?
I'm gonna say the very first time that I ever saw it was at that time at Casadega, and I remember coming outside and seeing you guys on this table, and this table's flying around this back patio, and I'm like, what the hell are these people doing? Like this is some of the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. Right? They can't be serious. And then I started noticing, and I was focusing on everyone's hands, and I was like, no, like I started seeing hands off the table, and this table was still moving around. So I remember I had my little camera and I was zooming in. I must have taken 25 minutes, 30 minutes of video just watching just their hands. I wasn't even showing the table.
Yeah,
and it's
between
nuts.
Philip's legs, the guy that was filming the video for that shot I showed.
Yeah, he was not he was not happy about that.
You're like, he was spraying the legs part, and Joe's like real big, but he's like underneath, like filming with his little camera. So
listen,
cool.
they don't call me the Puma for nothing, bro. I get
exactly.
real slippery.
He's big, but he's stealth, so watch out for that.
So I just want to say something real quick too. I remember, when you guys went up there to do that, I couldn't make it. I had prior engagements. And, me and Joe are personal friends. We're all personal friends, but I've known Joe before the team. But he called me up and he's like, man, you won't believe this. And then he's telling me all. And I'm like, you're right. I don't believe it. And, and I'm like,
come on, man.
I'm like, come on, man. And I was like, all right. And he showed me some videos and I was like, But that night at Gold Coast Railroad Museum, when we did it
told
really
you
changed my perspective.
You're gonna see it.
Made you a believer, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I tell you what, when I had my chance to finally jump on the table, and Marie's explaining, she's like, just lightly touch it and just let it come, and it's crazy because we've talked about it several times. You literally feel like electricity, like from your fingers, like it feels like energy is like in between you and the table, like bouncing, and you feel that vibration.
That's
it's
so
nuts.
funny because I wish I had some of these clips, like I said, but I remember when I was there that we had a couple kids younger fellas that always come out to our investigations. They watch all our YouTube stuff. They're awesome.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to try. And they jumped on it and they're doing it. And then I asked them because, they're non-biased, right? I would say, because, they're not involved.
They be children's.
Yeah. So I asked them, I said, what did you guys feel? They said like electricity on my fingers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's what they told me.
That was cool.
But
let's hold that thought, and because we got other people waiting, and we're gonna bring in Carly, get her thoughts on all this, and then we're gonna bring in Melissa right after. But we got a little video for Carly as well, because
let's do it.
So here we go.
You said there's a little boy here. Is there ever a little girl?
We've gotten confirmation of a little boy here.
You've gotten confirmation?
Yeah.
Well, the card was niece, but I guess it could just be small child. And then...
Right in that corner over there, we got a little boy. He said he was 11. You were trying to get away from something?
I don't know. Well, I mean, just any kind of oppression, like trying to break out of a rut, even. It could be...
Well, when people started coming here, it was around the Great Depression, right? Or getting away from the cold winters, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna ask about them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Okay. You asked to tell that I forget the exact phrase, but you asked about them, and the answer was the perfume, which is sweet and demure, and then we have thistle, which is again protection, which is like the third. Like protection, it's like false magic, protection, defense. I think that they were saying that the gallows is also self-explanatory. It's unfair. It's unfair execution. It's unfair persecution. What happened to them wasn't fair. I think that they're saying that they were sweet in life. They were happy. They were,
Right.
They were young girls. Feminine. And what happened to them was not fair. And what Tara said earlier, she says that they're here protecting this land, keeping him away. And I think that they're emphasizing that they are acting as protection because what happened to them was so unfair.
Okay.
That was a wild night.
That was an
Yeah,
awesome
so
night.
those two clips was the first one when she came to the Old Davy Schoolhouse and she was doing readings there. And that last one was at, I think, third time you guys went to the Devil's Tree.
Yeah, correct.
And you guys got some pretty good activity. But
Without
further ado, let's bring our friend Carly.
Awesome.
Carly.
Hey guys. Hi. Nice to see you all.
Nice to see you too.
Nice to see you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
We
I've
miss
never done table
investigating
tipping.
with you guys. I know, really?
Really. I've never done it before. Yeah.
Well, I think Earl Marie came like after, but you're gonna have to come back down now and check it out.
Yes,
I know.
definitely.
I'm planning lots of trips. So I'll be back. And in your area of Florida this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
It'll be way easier.
Yeah, so like you've investigated with us, you've like pulled out cards that were like crazy ridiculous, like talking about like things that went on there. I didn't have the video of Paul Hammer in the attic with the
I love
snake
that
bite.
one.
I was looking for that and I thought I had it. So yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that
we
was a crazy night. That's the night where he was I am God. Or whatever.
Exactly.
That's my
I asked him, hey Paul, can you be at this house and the other house at the same time? I'm God.
I'm God. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a wild night.
And then he pulled out the 2 poison cards, and we found out that he was snake bitten twice by a rattlesnake and died.
That's right. I forgot it because I remember pulling out the poison like over and over and being like, I don't understand.
No,
like,
Kim, the director, was there. It's like, oh my God, like he got bit by a rattlesnake twice and died.
By a rattlesnake.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know that information at all until the educational director informed us after the fact. So then we were just like blown away.
Yeah,
it was wild.
Definitely. That was a wild night because we got that he played a French horn.
There we go.
French
I
horn.
wanted to say clarinet.
I was waiting for it.
Say clarinet.
I was waiting for it.
I wanted to. I don't know why, but I always say clarinet. But
Clarinet.
and she whips out a picture of him in the army uniform, like I don't know, like what World War I type uniform, holding the French horn. So that was pretty wild.
Right.
And we got Hammer on the Ovilus. It was just crazy. But you know what? It hasn't been like that. You probably took like they followed you. They probably all went with you. Right? Like Mike, it's been quiet there.
It has. I don't know what was going on. Like we definitely got activity the last time.
We ain't doing nothing till Carly comes back.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
they all went to the Walsh house.
They all
Yeah, definitely.
went to the Walsh house. Yeah, no, I come to locations. I'm just like, come with me, little ghost. Come with me. It'll be fun over here.
So Carly, what do you think about this whole table tipping thing? You saw the video.
I really want to try it. Like, I really want to try that. It's like
it would blow your mind away.
Ouija board status because it looked like you were all touching it so lightly.
Just with fingertips.
Yeah, and watching everybody like move around it. Oh, I would love to try that. It looks incredible.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that.
Carly, I ask the people when they get on because they've never. I scan everybody who's ever. The people that come through has never even heard of it before, so they know nothing about it. But so when they're on it, I should have to tell them what to do, and I have them place their fingers as light as possible. And I say to them, you are not going to move this table with your hands at all. You're going to move it with your mind, you know, but I instruct them absolutely don't move it with their hands. That's the object of the game. So they make sure that they don't. So that's the whole thing that gets me is a wooden table, cards. They're inanimate objects. And I wish because you have a gift, I do something, it's a physiological thing. Everybody that gets off the table feels the same thing. They're all panting. Every single person holds their chakra and they don't realize why they're walking out. They're holding their stomach like this. And they're panting. They're sweating. So there's a physiological change. But what is it? I wish it was embraced more. And like you with the cards, it's a piece of paper. It's a card.
It is.
How is it so precise? How is this table so precise? How do you get better at an inanimate object?
Joe can do it too.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe
can do it too. Yep.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I wish to God that it was embraced more scientifically, like looked into it, like UFOs and Bigfoot and stuff.
Well, one time, remember that one time you were in the Firehouse Museum and Zap had his K2 and kept on putting it near the table and it was going off. It was crazy.
Yes. And the tripwire, it goes off. Oh, and the Connects. The Connects camera seemed
The
as
SLS,
though it was touching the table. So something is going on. Why isn't, I wish to God it was looked into, but scientifically. Put leads on they do sleep apnea and stuff like that to figure out when you're dreaming, when you're in REM. I wish they would take this more seriously.
Mainstream science, they don't want to. They don't care to, because I think there's a multiple different reasons why. I think that a lot of people's, just like anything else, like especially with UFOs and things like that they started to announce and everything. But I don't think a lot of people, the average person, is ready to hear it. Like I think that's another one reason why they don't look into it. They look at it, what we still do now is pseudoscience. It's hard to really get
I agree.
Actual scientists to look
well, that's
into
the thing.
it.
That's the thing too. I mean, like, it's like you said, it's viewed as a pseudoscience right now. But the people who were investigating all this before, when after the Age of Spiritualism, when the first paranormal investigators really started coming out, these were world-renowned scientists. These were mathematicians,
Houdini,
engineers, some of the greatest minds in the world. That they knew that there was something to this, but something along the way got screwed up, with people's mentalities.
I think
you're right. People.
Let me not even get into that. Let me not touch that topic.
Well, let's bring in an outsider on the whole topic. Our winner, who thinks probably we're all crazy talking about moving tables and all kinds of strange things, going to like haunted forests and stuff like that. But let's bring on Melissa.
I like to call them enchanted.
Hi.
Enchanted forest.
The haunted enchanted forest. Yeah.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. We're
Nice
all
to meet
crazy,
you.
right?
I'm excited to be here.
Thanks
And just for
coming on.
our viewers and the people listening, you haven't ever met me or Carly or anybody.
Any of us.
Right? Any of us?
Actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, cool. So this is all new to you.
Yes, very.
Yeah. Well, she knows about Fran, so
Yeah, I know.
So
about
yeah.
I gotta ask you a serious question. How full of crap do you think that we all sound?
Well, not really that much. I'm just kind of curious into it myself, really.
Okay, all right. I just wanted.
You're gonna have to come to the East Coast and check out this whole
we're
madness of table tipping.
It sounds like something I would want to try, to be totally honest.
All right. Well, you got an invitation.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, Fran, you're taking me.
Heck yeah. So real quick, Joe, I also wanted to bring up something that we're on the topic, right? So, ever since you were young, you kind of realized that you had some kind of a connection with the afterlife and different things and stuff like that, but not really until we started heavily investigating together did you start to realize that there's really something more going on here than just a few coincidences. And I know that you and Carly are good friends, and you guys have been working together and trying to go through some of the stuff, because I remember when you were kind of struggling with some of this stuff, right? Because you're like, what is going on? Like, I can hear the voices, I can see some stuff going on, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to take this and embrace it, and I'm going to try to learn and know what to do when this happens and how to control it and do things. I know you're still working on it with a lot of different people, and I just wanted to kind of get your quick, I know we can make a whole show out of just that, but I just kind of wanted to get your your take on how Carly has helped you through some of this stuff. And
Yeah, because you do a little bit of tarot card reading yourself, right?
I do.
People don't know
It's
that
really
about
good.
you. Other than the free hugs, he does that.
Yeah.
Tarot cards too.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Carly, I wouldn't be doing it. She when I was having everything starting up, like Carly was one of the first people that I was able to talk to about it, and she gave me a couple readings, some really, really wild, interesting readings, and even like one night she's giving me a reading. And
I never asked for one. I don't know why.
And I literally felt like I was being hugged from like behind, like if whoever we were communicating with, like hugged me. It was insane. And it helped me. It helped me to get started in this road that I'm on. And besides doing the tarot, which I don't do as much as I should anymore, because I've been also practicing just general mediumship, remote viewing, also all sorts of stuff in the realm. And
this is actually a kind of a good time where I just want to point this out.
Yeah.
So I know Joe, you've been working on like you said, remote viewing and different things. This is another thing that I'm super skeptical about, right? Because I'm more of a electronics guy, right? And
you're Bill Nye.
That's right. And
he gets me pissed off.
Joe's telling me about this experience that he had during one of his online classes with April Broussette. I want to throw that out there because she's awesome. She's been on the show. She's very talented as well. And just, I'm going to make this kind of short and sweet, but basically he was telling me about this interaction that he had doing some tests and different things. And he was describing what somebody was drawing. So I was like, dude, right now, me and you, let's go. And he's like, I'm not in the right, and I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not going to judge you, bro. Like, let's just do it and we'll try it. And that's it. So we get on a Zoom meeting and I'm sitting here at my computer just like this. And I start like sketching, just like whatever popped into my head.
Joe's going to do free sketches for the next show. I'll be the next drawing.
So I could sign that.
I only do nudes.
The winner will be announced after 9:50.
So I'm just doodling, right? And I'm drawing like just whatever. And he starts saying, I'm seeing like circles, maybe different size circles. And then he goes, all right, something about like a cross, but not exactly a cross, but something. And I didn't want to let him know that he was just blowing my mind right there. So I was just like, keep going with that. Like keep continue. Like, right.
Yeah. Started seeing like sheets of white, like just white. I'm seeing smoke. I was seeing a palm tree. I was like, I don't know. I'm seeing like a tree. I keep seeing this tree. And he's like, keep going.
So he goes, is it a Christmas tree? And I was like, no, but very close. So make a long story short, I drew a snowman and like a little house with smoke coming out of the chimney and like and like these snow mountains and like a little tree. And it was like a wind and like a big snowflake. Like it looked like a cross, and that was wild, right? So
you're drawing for me tonight.
I was just sketching away because, I was just sitting there and it was just the first thing that popped in my head, some random thought. Like I just started doodling and I'm like a circle and then I made it into a snowman. And for him to say like white, looked like a cross, Christmas tree, it was like a winter wonderland. Like it was like insane. Like, so that just blew my mind, but I just had to throw that out there.
So Carly, what got you into the tarot card things, into the paranormal? You just like hanging out like crazy people like us, or
hanging out with crazy people? Yeah. So my house in Florida was haunted, and I had a psychic medium, and it's actually funny, Mike, because like I feel like you wouldn't know based on like my page, and I'm just like, yeah, ghost stopped by the other day. It was cool. We had a whole chat, but I am like pretty skeptical. Like I have to experience it before I'll believe it. And so like I had this psychic medium come into my house and I was like, okay. Like following her around. And that experience opening me up, but it was you, Eric. Oh wait, opposite. There you go.
Yeah,
it was you because you had a collab with, I don't remember the account now, but my foot was broken and I was bored. And I saw the post on Instagram where
Carly.
you were like, we're going to investigate this location. Anybody who has tarot cards, like try this spread out, see what you can get. And I was like, well, I can do that. So I had a deck of past life cards and I was like, this should work. And that was kind of the start of it. I was like, I can do this. This is a thing that I can do.
Exactly.
And just because I had been like binge watching ghost hunting shows because my foot was broken. What else are you gonna do?
There you go.
So it was just like the perfect storm of events. But
and you've been to a few places where you got some crazy readings, right?
Yeah,
like the Devil's Tree, right? Like
the Devil's Tree. That was still the scariest. That is still the scariest one.
You were not the
except
only
for the
one.
crickets.
Real quick, what's the Devil's Tree for everybody?
So real quick, if you haven't seen one of our last episodes or heard about it before, it's a probably older than 150-year-old oak tree that's in one of the parks here in Florida that Gerald George Schaefer in St. Lucie was one of the Florida's first serial killers. And he killed multiple young women that were hitchhiking. He was a police officer, and he did some unspeakable things at this tree. It's still there. There's
like mutilated them.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore, legend around the tree. There's actually another tree because we met with Keith Rommel, which is an investigator and a author that wrote a couple books on the Devil Tree. And so he kind of showed us where the real tree was and where the bodies were found. And we went to that area, the Devil Tree that you see everywhere, and that's on the internet.
Marie's like, damn it, when am I going?
Is the they call it the locals tree. So that's not actually the tree where the killings took place. It's a big old oak tree, and there's a lot of lore around it. And we've taken a couple psychic mediums out to this place, and that is without telling them the difference between that's not the real tree in the beginning, that they walk over, put their hand on it, like, oh, this is cool, right? And then when we get to the actual tree, people are like, I ain't going near that thing.
Yep.
I ain't going near it.
Yeah, we had another medium that went there, and she got sick. She had to leave early. Like she
got sick. I mean, we can go on and on about this.
She nailed down the tree.
I got sick a couple times,
and she went right towards it. It was crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I've never been near a tree that I didn't want to touch. Like I do. I like to touch.
You guys
trees.
literally drew a line in the sand and said, "This is where I start to feel it."
This is where, and every time, because we started with that.
Melissa's like, "Where's my invite?"
Yeah, we started with that EVP session, and I remember I was like, I don't know, I didn't want to like in the video, the intro, I'm sitting in the dirt, but that's when we moved back to the path. But when we were by the tree, I was like, I don't want to be over here. But
you guys
I wouldn't
were both
touch the
like,
tree.
I'm not like, I feel something bad, so I went over and leaned on the SOB and pulled out my DR60.
Yeah.
And was like, what's up?
I was like, oh, he's touching it.
And then I think your bandana that you were wearing in the intro is what I ended up using because I forgot my blindfold for the
You
Estes
did.
method.
Yeah, you were wearing my bandana. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that's the first time, and I had heard you guys all talk about how intense the energy was there. And I'm not saying that I didn't believe you, but I also didn't believe you because I was like, I'm fine.
Would you say that's your favorite place you investigated?
I think it's my favorite place because so many things happened there that I thought were not possible. I never would have thought that I would be not just afraid to touch a tree, but the energy surrounding the entire area was so
it's the entire park.
Giant get out sign.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part.
We're gonna have to get back there. I'm like listening in intent. I need to get there.
We gotta do a part 2 show.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that kept happening when we were there that Mike and Joe both told me happened, and again I was like, I'll believe it when I see it, but they both had said that when you say his name, a breeze goes through the trees all around, and I was like,
almost not even a breeze,
it was the weirdest thing. It was loud. Yeah.
That goes back to spirituality. It all goes back. I want to circle back, Mike. I just got this book. And what you were saying about the this is 1942, and with the automatic writing and everything,
Yes.
that's what, to change the subject, but to circle back to what you said.
Okay.
On the phone, you were drawing things and they were visualizing it.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to the early 1900s. So
wow.
it's
That's really cool.
thing. Yeah,
my mother does automatic writing, and she does a lot of different things, and I always thought she was a whack, but
no.
now that I look back, I realize she's still a little whacked, but no, but
all our parents are whacked.
I know, but no, it's definitely very interesting.
Very, very much so. Because before the bells and the whistles, and we love them all and everything like that, the K2s and everything like that. But they're man-made. They're man-made. They're electronic and everything like that. But like what we do,
you like to change it up.
It's not electronic at all.
It's past the halfway marker.
Oh my God!
Flying.
Wow.
That means that we have to do our thing for our sponsor, the Ghost Hunter store. We
at AC/DC, Hell's Bells.
It sounded like it.
Almost, right?
I don't think it was.
I don't think I could sing that for licensing.
Nah,
purposes.
do it. Let me hear it.
Oh, spot on, dude.
No, I'm pretty good.
What's up, my paranormal peeps? I'm Eric Vanderlaan, and I'm the host of War Party Paranormal Radio, and also the team leader of War Party Paranormal Research. And we got an exciting announcement to let you guys know tonight, and it involves stuff like this, and my co-host is going to tell you all about it.
What's up, guys? I'm Mike Del Toro with War Party, obviously. We are a technical team, and we always have people ask us, where can we get equipment like this? Well, you can get it from the ghosthunterstore.com. We got a nice little sponsorship worked out with them. We're going to be doing some giveaways, so stay tuned. Very, very cool, and go check them out at theghosthunterstore.com.
Peace.
All right, again, like we say on every one of our shows, if you want to be entered into a chance to win a $50 gift card to the Ghost Hunter store, in the comments below, not in the live.
It goes for you, Melissa.
Everybody, anybody.
Carly. Contest? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. You just go ahead and type in the code word spirit.
They have tarot cards.
And you will be entered to win a $50 gift card at the end of the month.
And if you don't win, you still get something. And what do you get?
To watch us.
Exactly.
I mean, after all, to watch us. Come on.
We're even giving you a discount.
Yeah, if you guys go to the Ghost Hunter store, when you check out, there's an option for promo code. If you put Ghost Gone Wild in there, you'll get a discount on your
Ghost Gone Wild, people.
Ghost
Gone Wild.
Yeah.
I'm still
got
trying.
it right there on the ticker.
There you go. Right there.
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Let's get back to it.
Oh, and thanks to all our people in our chat and our supporters. I see some new people, so welcome. All the way from Brazil. So
wow.
Yeah. So
how cool is that?
Pretty cool. We are worldwide, by the way, streaming on many different platforms. Right, Michael?
Yes, sir.
So,
all right.
Getting back to the spiritual end of it, what we all do, what you do, it's all. That's what my husband and I, we like, is going back to the spiritual end of it, the way they did it back then, because they didn't have the bells and the whistles, but they knew it existed as well as we do too. But to watch the faces and to see how people get off of it, like, and they're astonished.
Oh, yeah.
And you can watch it all you
and
want.
Before, when we tell them what we're going to do, right when the event starts, we're going to do table tipping. They look at it, what? I'm like, you'll
I
see.
get the same thing. And when we do events with the guests and we do like 6 groups, every group that comes through, I do the same thing. And they all look at me like, yeah, all right. But by the time they leave that room, they're like, OMG, what in the hell did I just what happened? They're saying this,
It's awesome.
So something happens. And how do you get better? How do you get better at reading cards?
Practice. And you know what?
Yep.
Carly's going to do some practicing right
there
now.
You go. There you go. I'm waiting to see this.
Yeah. And we're going to see
I'm
what she can
excited
get out of it.
Yes,
And Melissa's
absolutely.
like,
okay.
Let's get this
Melissa,
started.
I am excited.
Eric
got
told
questions.
me. Yes, she said, I'm going to rewind my words there. Eric said that you have questions that you want answers for. So hit me with them. Let's see. What do you want to know?
There you
go. Well, I am a new business owner.
Okay.
So I'd love to know about how that's going to go.
All right. Well, let's start with that. And then any follow-up questions that you have, or if anything's not making sense, if something's ringing a bell, just let me know. But yeah, that's a really great starting point for our questions. So let's just ask how your new business venture is going to go. I can't see the cards in there. They're here. But I'll hold them up so you can see them. Actually, this looks great. I would be excited if I got these cards.
That's great.
If I got these cards for business reading. So the Ace of Cups represents a fresh opportunity. This is fresh potential, and the cup is literally runneth over. It's something that's going to bring you a lot of emotional happiness. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be any bumps on the way, but this is something that will lead to long-term fulfillment. You have the Magician in reverse, which only to me feels like the Magician is a card of literally like making your best life possible, like making your dreams come true. So with it reversed like that, I would say that business-wise, the only thing to keep in mind is like, if you're running this business and you're creating it, you also want to create from a space that's going to give you long-term happiness, long-term fulfillment. So like, don't set it up with something that you're like, don't like that though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's not really a bad card regardless, especially because it's followed by the camera's backwards. Sorry. The Wheel of Fortune. And in this case, it's upright. The card, sorry, this is like, it's throwing me off. I'm moving backwards. The Wheel of Fortune is upright, is a card of good fortune. The wheel turns, and with the turn of the wheel, your luck turns. But when it's upright like that, it is good luck. It's fortune favors the bold. You're going to have success. You're going to have good things coming your way. And the last one is the Seven of Pentacles. So it will come with some work and with some learning curves. So the things that I would keep in mind is making sure that you do have your intentions in alignment with your business. So what you want to see out of it, make sure that you're keeping that in mind. So if you're moving in a direction that you're like, okay, well, is that really what I want to be doing? Double check. It might take more work to get where you really want to go, but you'll be happier in the end.
Okay.
All right. What else? What else do you have for me?
Well, I'm getting married in 3 weeks. So
congratulations.
Hold on, guys. Congratulations. But real quick, guys, sorry to interrupt. Before we get into the next question, I just have to let our KGRA digital broadcasting listeners know that we have about another 10 minutes, and then you guys will be moving on to your next live show. There's a lot of different shows on this network, so check them out at the kgradb.com, and you'll find other shows like MUFON is on there. That investigates UFOs. We got some Bigfoot stuff going on there. other paranormal shows. Make sure you check them out. We're going to stay here on our YouTube live right after they roll over to their next show. So if you want to continue watching us or listening, you can come on over to our YouTube, check us out, like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. And I'm going to back out of here and let you guys get back to it. Good stuff.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and all that good stuff. Babies, everything.
Babies. Yes. Yes. Okay.
I'm not really sure if I want to have babies or not, and so it's really going to be an interesting one.
You know what? That's totally fair because babies are just so much work. I have 3, so I can.
Back in the day, you had babies before 30, so that way you weren't like too. Not to say it, but too smart.
That's what I did. That's what I did. I was like, this is going to be a great idea. So much work. So much work. Okay. So you have the 2 of Wands, which is looking towards the future. It's planning for your future, which is funny because you were like, I don't know if I want to have babies, but it's a card that he's contemplating where he wants to go in the world. So it's more just like, we hear you. We know it's okay. You're weighing your options. Okay, you froze for a second. I was like, did I lose you?
You're a little bit frozen too, but I can hear you. So
okay, cool. If you can hear me, then you're cool. The next card is the King of Pentacles, which is a really great card to have. The King of Pentacles is emotionally fulfilling, but also money. Pentacles always come with money. I lost the word that I was going to use.
Love that.
Yeah, who doesn't love that? So it's a good sign to have. It's a very balanced card. If it was reversed, then I'd go whoop. But upright like that, it's really entering into a very stable thing. And actually, it's followed by the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment card. So happy endings, basically. The 5 of Cups, I don't think, but upright, I would say there could be there's always going to be bumps in the road, but upright, it's a card of leaving behind what's no longer serving you. But reversed like this, it's really like you've left the hard times behind, so to speak. Like if there's any past, we're talking more like emotional hurt or things like that. That's not something that you need to be afraid of moving forward. Look, you have the Ace of Cups again. That's fun. So again, it seems like both your career and your marriage are going to be moving you into a very fulfilling place. It's your cup runneth over in all of the things. I'm still kind of laughing.
You're the best person ever, so that's exciting. That it's actually right.
It does feel like that, and it's kind of making me laugh that you're like, I don't know if I want to have babies. And they're like, well, here you go. You can think about it. It's up to you. All good things.
With also a lot of emotional hurt that I'm so glad is healed. Yeah. I did a lot of therapy for it, so this is good.
Yes. And it seems like, I don't know, pre-wedding jitters can bring some of that back, I feel like. But I kind of feel like the cards are telling you that you don't need to worry about those things. Mm-hmm. You're good. You're good. Those are good cards.
Yes, thank you. I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good. I can see if they have anything else.
Those were so good that I'm like, I don't know what else I wanted to ask now. I had like them up here.
I know. I do that all the time.
I'm sure most people don't know this, but I live in Fort Myers, so it's been a crazy couple of weeks for us over here.
Oh my gosh.
Family, lots of hurricane problems. So then to get such great news is really great for me.
That is good. You're having a good news after kind of a rough time. Yeah.
I got very lucky, more for the community, but yes, very
right.
Very good.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, I can pull just if they have any closing remarks for the cards, I can pull for that real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so your first card for your closing remarks is the Eight of Wands. And this is a fast-moving energy. Typically, this is like news. This is incoming energy of some sort. And it's usually a good thing. It's not like you're hit with a ton of sticks with bad news or whatever. This is usually like a rush of momentum to push you forward. You also have the Nine of Pentacles, which again is a really, really good sign. The Nine of Pentacles in a traditional deck would have a woman standing in her garden and she's got a pomegranate in her hand and there's a bird perched on her shoulder. She's literally like surrounded by the luxury that she created. That's the most important part of the Nine of Pentacles, is that it is the reaping the rewards of your own work. The words got stuck, but we're
I literally just went to the garden.
Did you? I love that.
I did. My fiance set up my garden bed and I got potatoes, carrots.
Oh, see? I love that so much. Your last card is the Knight of Pentacles. So you've had very pentacle heavy readings today, which is a good thing. Pentacles, if it's the suits, Pentacles, the one that will refer to money. And I mean, that's never a bad thing. More money incoming. But the Knight of Pentacles is like, again, a fresh opportunity being offered to you. So I would think that something business-wise, or even with your upcoming marriage, or some sort of good news is what I would say. Good news will befall you.
I love all that.
Yes, I know, right? Good things, money, happiness.
Literally, like all the checks.
all of the checks. Babies are up to you. I'm not gonna.
No, you didn't give me anything on that one.
I didn't give you anything on that one. That's a hard one. Because it depends on what you want in the end. Because they'll be like, you could have a kid. But
it'll never be a bad thing, but it's like you could like retire nicely without.
Yeah.
Really.
I know, exactly. So there you go.
Well, thank you so much. This was so great.
You are so welcome. Anytime. Hey, Eric.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
We're back.
Hey. So that was a pretty good reading, right?
That was
awesome.
reading.
It's
It was
like
a very good reading. They're not always that good.
like you're on your way.
Yeah,
That
no,
was good stuff.
they're actually usually not that good.
It was
They're
happy
like,
stuff.
It was
It was
all
happy
happy
stuff.
stuff.
It was
Good
very
stuff.
happy stuff. I liked that.
Me too.
It's funny because I was actually pulling along with you, and
Were
I
you?
guess, I guess they were.
Bonus round.
No, I think they were. I think they were just yelling at me the entire time because everything was like, "Stop being an ass." Stop,
Yeah.
is the impression that I got from it. Yeah, you know how it is, Carly.
I do know how it is.
I can
Yeah.
get out, so maybe it was me. I don't know.
Thank you.
Joe, you feel comfortable doing a bonus round for Melissa?
Do it.
No, okay,
No.
all right.
I'm gonna leave it for her, but here we go.
It's been a long time, so Carly. Actually, I'll need Carly there because
friend. Yeah,
I need you to interpret for me.
I got
what
it.
I pull.
I got it.
All right.
That's how I
Because
live my life.
that I'm still trying to get all the meetings, all these damn things.
That's okay. I know most of them, and if I don't, I have a guidebook.
Marie can do her pendulum at the same time.
That would be cool.
That's where to go and.
All right.
I wasn't ready. I didn't know.
No, I don't know. It just popped in my head.
I could have had my.
Lyric.
He's like, get this thing started.
Yeah. She wants to hear it too.
Yeah. Do reading on the dog.
Ooh.
I do those.
I'm the best girl.
Pet readings.
She's a head rat, but she's the best.
All right. So. Oh. What's
Had to make it
happening?
spooky, sorry.
Yeah. All right. So the first one was Ace of Wands.
Fresh creative potential.
Right. So
Lining
you
up
are
with
starting a new business, so you're trying to get that all running, going. The next two was a Two of Pentacles.
Another pentacle card.
Yep.
juggling responsibilities, personal finance, but keeping it all in balance. So, and then after that is the Three of Wands, which means momentum, making progress, and looking forward to it. So
how weird is this, right? So like
Wow.
this is kind of a neat experiment, right? So like
Yeah.
you pulled, and now he's
Unreal.
pulling,
It's
and
like
they're very, very, very similar.
All three of them
Yeah.
like lined
And
up, right?
Two
All four of them.
different locations, different decks,
Different
Different
but the
locations.
states.
same
different-
for one person. Two different
Yep.
people reading. Amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Marie, where's your cards?
congratulations, first reading.
I wasn't ready for any of it.
That's fabulous. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
two different people, two different, locations. And I think you're in for some good stuff.
I know. I'm so excited. This is.
I really,
I would bring
I
these
feel like
two to
Marie's
play
excited for me
blackjack.
too.
or something.
Right? You guys want to go to a casino?
Yeah.
If only
Yeah.
it
Guys
worked
like,
for
I'm
ourselves.
I know, right? That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah. Teach me
Yeah.
how to play blackjack. I'm in. I'll be like, hey.
I don't know. If that
You,
was my reading, I'd be very happy. You're
I'd
on
be
a
like,
good
all right,
team.
everybody just stop right there because I'm good.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm tapping out.
I know. I mean, you should leave here very, very happy and fulfilled. You got a great reading. I mean,
Yeah,
from two
that's good.
different people. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I think you're on a good track.
You were meant to
I
come
feel
on
like
this.
I'm on the right track too, which is nice
Yeah.
to hear.
Absolutely.
I,
Now the kids are up to you.
Everybody knows up to me.
The babies are up to you. I'm
Yep.
gonna tell
So,
you, as an old lady, I'll tell you, it gets rather lonely when you get this
You're
age.
young at heart, though.
Thank
Actually,
you.
Marie gives the best hugs.
I feel
I'm
like I
sorry?
would.
Yeah, she beats me.
Yeah, you give the best hugs. You beat Joe.
Oh, thank you. I'm a
Marie,
grandma.
I'm a
That's
grandma.
why. Oh, you know my heart. I'm a grandma. That's why. But as far as the kids, that's yours. But again, when you get my age, it gets a little lonely. If you didn't have anybody, and just consider holidays get lonely, and
So
sometimes
Marie, you don't have cards like what, like just around the corner, like in a drawer or something?
I do. I have I have Native
Just around the
American
corner.
cards.
Just
do it.
around the river
Go
bend.
get them.
Get
Can
'em.
you get them real
Yeah,
quick?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see what you can, what your cards will say. Get your cards,
They're in
please.
Earl's in the case up in the closets and everything. They're all
Ah,
put away.
dang it, Earl.
I know.
Real quick,
Grab them.
Carly.
Okay.
Carly, were you using was that a Disney deck?
It wasn't, but it looks like one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's called the Mystical Melodies. Ugh.
Got it.
I'm gonna-
Okay.
Bernstein
A vintage
Bears?
cartoon tarot. Bernstein Bears,
Mandela.
yeah.
It looks like
What
Yeah.
do you use,
Berenstain Bears, guys.
Berenstain Bears.
Joe?
Stain.
What is your deck, Joe?
Mine's just a regular
Oracle.
no, just a regular tarot deck. Actually, this was given to me by Jenny. This is a Rider-Waite
Okay.
Just standard.
I
it-
have
what's
Native
cool with this deck?
American,
Yeah,
and
I have one of those.
fairy.
I have
Somebody
a
gave
bunch
me a
because of
fairy-
Carly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm building
It's
quite the
addicting.
collection over here.
So
Yeah.
do different decks tell you different things, or is it just?
Oh, you
different
don't stop
pictures?
there. It's quite addictive.
Yeah, Carly,
I
like
think
what's
They all
the
mean the
difference?
same. So to
between-
answer your question, and I'm not sure, I don't know nothing.
I was gonna ask that
Um,
question too. Like,
Go
what are
ahead,
all the
Eric.
different
Go
type
for
of
it.
cards? They have all different meanings.
I think they all
do
have the same meaning,
different
but just
magic.
different decorations on them, like
So it's
different
just different
styles.
Right.
pictures.
Yes.
Okay.
So if it's a
Essentially.
tarot deck, if it's a tarot deck, they will all have the same meanings. The art might be different, but the high priestess is still the high priestess.
But I thought there were
Um,
different styles or different types of
There
tarot cards,
are
right?
there
Right.
are different styles. I have so many decks, but there's tarot decks, which is what this is. But actually, ironically, I was looking for one of this deck has bonus cards. So this is not in most
Cute.
decks. I'm gonna get the hang of the reverse cameras one of these days. So this is a bonus card that other decks don't have. So some of them will come with that. But oracle decks, which I use a lot for mediumship, they work the exact same way, but it's up to the artist or the author what the cards mean. So those ones it's not that they take longer to learn, but it's not like I could pick up any tarot deck and know 3 of Wands is the 3 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles is the 8 of Pentacles. Oracle decks, I usually will look up what the author meant by it. But so they all work the same. It's just that's the slight difference there. Tarot is generally all the same, and Oracle is up to the artist's interpretation.
That'd be cool if they had a Pokemon tarot
They do.
cards.
They do.
Armando.
Yeah.
They have
Armando
freaking
has that?
everything. There's a Star Wars one that
There
I have
is.
had my.
Interesting.
I think I had
There's
posted a picture a while back about it, and
There's an X-Men
I
one now
want it.
and a Ninja Turtles deck.
I
So
have
Ooh.
a Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Ooh.
a Ouija board.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's
How come we never see
amazing.
that? Bring that out.
I will. I'll bring it Thursday. It's brand new in the box. I've never used
Ooh,
it.
yeah,
It's
you
Raiders of
should.
the Lost Ark,
Ouija board
a Ouija board. Yeah.
Marie,
And,
you've been hiding this
Make
from
sure
me
to close
this
it.
entire time?
Huh?
You've
I'm
been
sorry?
hiding this from me this entire time? You have an indie board?
I do.
Oh my god.
I didn't know. Are you a fan?
Of Indiana Jones? Who
I
isn't?
I didn't know. Yes, I do, Joe. I will.
Oh my god.
Go run it and get it in the room. All right, 1 second. 1 second. Don't move.
They scare
You
me.
get the Ouija board, but not the deck.
Yeah, she's gonna forget the
It's just been going so good. How could you not want her to get a deck?
Exactly, right?
But I don't know when she said
all heard me in
Indiana
the background.
Jones. Indiana
I'm
Jones.
a big Indiana Jones fan.
What are they watching? on-
Hell yeah. I don't know.
What?
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's Stranger Things.
No.
That's not Indiana Jones. That's Stranger Things. That's a Hopper.
No.
Yeah.
That's
it's-
that's
No.
pretty cool too.
you
Stranger
broke
Things.
my heart.
No, wait a minute.
We're kind
You-
of the same.
It's still
Eh.
cool. Stranger
It's-
Things.
It's still cool. It's still cool. Yeah,
We're
but
kind of cool.
I'm wrong. Oh my god, I thought it was.
Yeah, Stranger
I-
Things. It's still really
I-
cool though.
it's still badass. I'm not gonna lie. But I was just thinking
know
about
Indiana
me
Jones,
using
though.
it, but in my head, just going dun 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 dun, dun as I'm going.
I want a Yoda Ouija board. I think that'd be cool.
Oh, I thought it was this entire.
All the answers will come out backwards.
I thought it was the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Or tarot cards.
All right, now I'm like upset. I thought it was the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Strangest thing. Okay, but anyway, I have that. So, all right, I'm wrong.
But
Obviously,
you guys
I
love
use it.
Marie.
Now I'm gonna find that shit.
Do they have one?
Someone
I'm,
should make
I
it.
will find it.
If
A
they don't
gonna
Raiders
make
have
of
it.
the Lost Ark. They must.
should
I
make it.
really
I
did.
have
Google it,
Photoshop.
eBay it.
I
I'll make
thought
that.
that
Make one.
dude was
They did kind of make him look a little Indiana Jones-ish.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
he
hat.
was Indiana Joneses. Yeah,
It's the hat and the shirt. I can see it.
you could see it.
Yeah, it does.
No, who
Yeah,
is it?
Stranger
He
Things.
gives he gives Harrison Ford
Except for in the
vibes.
corner where it says really
He-
big.
Not as
I'm all-
handsome as
I'm all-
Harrison
I'm
Ford
all
is.
Bigger
But,
than here, for sure.
It's still a good one though. Have you ever seen Stranger Things?
No, but my 12-year-old granddaughter just
What
thinks
an
like,
amazing show.
You gotta
I know
watch it.
it's like her best show. Well, she's
Watch it.
You all know my
But
Julie-
Marie, everything's like in the early 80s. Like
Yeah, it's great.
it's based on
She's-
that time. You gotta watch it. You're gonna get
You feel-
flashbacks.
She did the your Estes method. Yeah, your Delco method. My
Yeah, she was
granddaughter, yes.
amazing.
She
Yeah.
is so
Yeah,
into-
she did, and she did such an awesome job. That was
Oh my
really
God, she
cool.
did such a good job. She did. Back to the cards. When you said you have plenty, I have 7 tables.
Yes, she does. Yep. They come in
You
a
know
truck.
what? I
7
love that.
They're table tipping.
7 tables.
You can't have enough when it's the tool of your trade.
Well,
you
one
know?
breaks every now and then.
See,
Exactly.
one
How many
breaks-
recorders do you think we have down here, the three of us?
when they hit the floor so
many.
hard, they hit the ground so hard because they thrash. They thrash all over the place.
Earl had to fix one of the legs.
Well, several times.
Yeah.
I've got Loctite and wood glue.
In her purse.
Table was put together by more Loctite.
You guys are gonna own stock in those companies, but
You know, what's the weirdest thing is it's a 3-legged and it stays still on a table and the top unscrews itself from the base.
and then we have to yell at the table,
Then
no.
I go, stop, reverse, and it does on a dime.
So Marie, tell people like how this all started. You were like just walking through an antique shop and something was calling your name.
Exactly. I always felt that spirits, when I went into an antique shop or something, I always felt spirits were, I could feel when they swarm me. This one particular table, I was in a Goodwill, just a Salvation Army, and I was looking at something, and for some reason, my eyeballs looked up and I saw a restroom. Meant nothing. When Earl and I we were walking around, my husband said, all right, let's go. All of a sudden, I needed the restroom like that. Came out of nowhere. So I was walking towards the restroom, and when I got towards an X in the road, my body started tilting towards one way. My husband yells from behind me, Marie, the bathroom's over there. I said, I know. So, but I followed my body, and when I went around that way, there was 2 couches there. And beside the couch were 2 3-legged tables. If I would have took the route directly to the restroom,
It was fate.
I wouldn't have seen those tables. I wouldn't have seen them. If I didn't stop and my body started, and my husband's yelling behind me, Marie, the bathroom's there. The bathroom's there. I wouldn't have went that way, and that's how I got 2 of them.
So they have to be 3-legged.
They have to be a wooden 3-legged, and I understand the rate
Like a side table
to tilt.
And some of them fold, right? Like some are like folding tables.
3 of them I have fold. There's a metal bracket on the bottom, and you pull the pin, and it folds down flat. And you can lift the top up, and you put the pin in, and it's a table. So yes, they're like from
convenient
the 18th,
for traveling and table tipping.
Exactly, for storing, for I would say horse and wagon.
Just like a year ago.
When this happened, yes.
And now you're like a Univision Latina star. They did a story on you.
3 times, right? But
yeah.
Eric and Mike and Joe, you were there from the very beginning. You were there from the Ann Stevens house.
I missed it at the Ann Stevens.
Till
Mike wasn't there, but we were there.
Mike wasn't there, but you were there. So you've watched this progression.
Yeah.
How, other than understanding, how do you get better at something that is a piece of wood?
It's just like throwing a football. You got to keep on practicing.
If in fact
you open yourself up, more and more, and you start to become more relaxed, and you let and you channel.
Yeah,
energy, right?
And then you had outside things affecting you, like, oh, they think I'm crazy, they think I'm faking it, blah blah blah. And now, like,
and you have to block that out. And
now you're on Univision. They want you back.
But it's all about intention. The intention behind the use of your tool. That's why the same thing with the tarot cards is your intentions. The same thing with just
and it's always nice to like change things up.
Manifest.
I mean,
right.
People don't know it, but you and Earl like are techies. You guys have all the equipment and
they have
everything.
A gang of stuff.
And like
we've been married. Next year will be 40 years, and we've been doing this for about 20 years, and we've been everywhere. Every vacation we've ever taken, we've been out west to Goldfield, Tuna Park.
They've been everywhere. Zach Bagan's Museum,
Motel, the Goldfield Hotel. I mean, everywhere.
She touched Zach Bagan's, by the way.
Yeah,
she touched Zach Bagan's, right? You touched him.
I did. I had a conversation with Zach Bagans.
I threw that in the intro, the picture.
Did he touch you back?
That dude is taller.
I didn't notice that. And I didn't know that until I saw the picture with you with them. And
Meanwhile,
Marie is about this tall.
She comes up to my waist.
Marie's compact size.
Yeah.
So Marie standing next to Zach Baggins, like
it's horrible. When I take a team picture, I feel like I'm standing in a hole. I am like freaky short. Okay.
We gotta get you a milk crate.
I know, right? I know.
An antique one.
This
an antique one.
Zach Bagans is
one.
He's at least 6'3", and he has swimming pool blue eyes, of which you don't see under the black.
Gorgeous.
He's gorgeous.
His eyes are.
He's so dreamy.
Blue. They're enchanting. Looking at them, and I was starstruck when I spoke to him. I embarrassed him to come out and talk to us, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? He's shy?
No, I embarrassed him. It was Thanksgiving, and I was in Vegas, and he just opened his museum, and he pulled in his Lamborghini, and my husband's yelling at me, "Marie, move. Marie, move," never realizing that Zach is trying to back into it. I'm standing in his parking space. So it was the end of the tour, and I just paid like $80 to go through his museum. So he pulled up, and he was ready to sneak in the back door. So I said,
and you're like, "Oh, hell no."
I'm like, this ain't going to happen. Zach, come on. It's Thanksgiving. We all came out.
She's faster than the Puma.
We all came to come and see you.
I'm pretty fucking quick.
Come on. At least
it's like Cheetah.
So I literally shamed him into coming out.
Nice. There you go.
I embarrassed
You got a picture to prove it.
He was like, okay, and his little, and I mean little bodyguard was standing next to him. But
how many questions did you ask him? Interrogation.
Oh my God, this was like 3 years ago. I don't remember. I don't know. But I told him.
Is that Earl?
Yeah. Earl, what's up, buddy?
Earl said,
What's up?
Yeah.
Are you decent?
Get Earl in here.
Earl,
Are you in I thought you were in your whitey tighties.
No. You all know Marie. Zach was never getting out of there without a conversation.
Yep, that's what I said. How many questions? Earl, tell me the truth.
It was like the 50 Cent song.
And I said to him, I said, you're so much taller than what you appear on TV. And he says, I'm looking up and I'm like this. Well, I look up at everybody. And he says to me, he goes, I know. It's so weird. They told me I got taller like in the last 6 months. I thought you stopped growing at like in your 18th. Something stupid. He was like BSing me, he was just like, lady, get out of my face, basically. But
I done what you asked.
But he did get in. Did you do the tour of my museum? No, I'm walking out your back door for no reason, Yeah. But he made sure that if he came over and talked to me, that I did do his tour,
Buy tickets.
Yes, I touched him.
No free rides.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
We're all here envious.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I got pictures with Jason Hawes and all of them. I've investigated with all of them.
Yeah.
You know what though? I've touched Marie, who's touched Zach Bagans. So
me too.
Who
wins?
You
who touched Marie, who touched Zach Bagans.
By proxy, there you go.
So you win then, Eric.
Yeah.
Because look at this.
No, but I give good hugs though, and I did hug
right.
Zach, so by proxy. Okay.
All right, so we got some promotional material for
some
of our teammates here.
Yeah,
and we're gonna run some of these. So, Franny's new season of Supernatural Eye
coming out November 8th.
He's got the dates.
November 8th.
So let's go ahead and roll this so we can see what she's got.
Subscribe and follow.
Yeah, Supernatural _I. Is it underscore or is it just Supernatural
underscore I?
Underscore I on YouTube.
All right, go on.
Coming up on season 2 of Supernatural Eye.
I always do that.
Okay.
I hit. Oh, the wall.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Probably think that's fun.
Explosion!
Go
Explosions, gotta have fire. So, guys, I'm super excited for the season. Actually, she's going to be doing the whole season on the team, and I'm going to be interviewing all the team members, and finding out all your deepest, darkest secrets.
By the way, our hairdresser right up here. So if you live in the southwestern part of Florida,
I'm your girl, native salon.
There you go.
Figured I should drop there.
So yeah, definitely check that out. And I'm going to be interviewing
you have
people.
to say it 10 times before you leave.
Yo, sign me up. Teach me marketing.
The new season looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks great. It's going to be really cool. So
I literally texted her during it and was like, this looks so good.
It looks really, really good. Yeah.
And
now you know where she gets her good hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you did Franny's hair.
Yeah.
Yes, I did
Oh,
Franny's hair.
what a great job with I see.
Marie's going to drive over.
Yeah, she's coming over.
Yeah,
she's
I'm
driving.
Yeah,
Bring your cards, Marie.
I'm sorry, babe.
I said, just bring your cards.
I will.
No, she meant your credit card.
I will.
That too.
All right, guys. So also, Joe's got a podcast out there. I'm sure you guys might be familiar with a little podcast he has. Greetings from Floor Weirda. And you could find that anywhere that you could find podcasts. I'm going to roll that.
Do it.
Roll that.
So what's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Florida? I'm sure some of you will imagine soaking up the sun on one of our world-renowned beaches or cooling off in one of our refreshing natural springs. Others will imagine dancing all night in one of Miami's famous nightclubs, or maybe taking in some thrills and chills in one of our many amusement parks. We may be the vacation capital of the United States, but there's a darker side to Florida, one that you may not have heard of. We're home to the elusive skunk ape, and to some of the most well-documented UFO encounters in history. We've been a hunting ground for some of America's most vicious serial killers, and we have more haunted locations than I could even begin to count. The Sunshine State is full of stories like these and more, so come on down south and get ready, because shit's about to get weird. Go listen to my shit.
Yeah.
Woo! Hell yeah, Florida.
All right.
Yeah, we got very, very talented people on our team. We're
Yeah,
very
Joe,
lucky.
have you ever thought about doing ASMR videos? Because your voice, you have that AM late night DJ.
Can I go? Hold on. Oh, I already cracked open my beer or whatever. Do you
All
like
right.
the sound of that?
And then we got one more promotion, and that's me. I got a YouTube video. I got a YouTube video coming out tomorrow night. It's premiering at 9:15, and it's about our last investigation at the world's largest ghost hunt. Yeah, please, guys, come check it out. If you go over to the link,
all of us,
we're all in it. And if you go to FloridaParanormalResearcher.com, you can find it very easily. And I'm going to show that.
Wrapped our gear and headed to the Yesteryear Village, where every house, every room has its own story, including the Riddle House.
There's a lot of spooky stuff that goes on there. I've come here a couple times in the morning, and the curtains are open. There's nobody in the house. The doors are locked. Later on in the afternoon when I come by, they're shut. The house is locked, and there's nobody in there.
After hearing Richard's terrifying tales, we made our way to the Riddle House.
That's her. Hi, Mary.
Terry believes Mary came to the Riddle House on an object in the kitchen.
Okay, so we're here at the infamous Riddle House, down in the kitchen area.
Stopped. The home's famous attic is padlocked because it's too dangerous to go up there.
Well, it's dangerous because it's small. There's the space, you know, you can't get around, and we don't know what can happen. If he's up there and he doesn't want you up there, we can't take that chance.
The house is definitely haunted. So Terry and I were downstairs while Rob was shooting upstairs, and Terry and I could both hear somebody on the front porch. Terry opened the front door to the house, and we both heard a man say hello, and there was no one there. Wow. So, yeah.
Hi, Joseph. Do you remember us?
He's saying hi and bye to Joseph, a former caretaker who hung himself in the attic nearly 100 years ago.
So we got groups split out all over, investigating with our team members that are in these different buildings in the Yesteryear Village, and they're all haunted.
You got the L Street house, and the woman chopped the man up with a machete.
They had his funeral in his home, which was right next to the school, so it just makes sense.
All right, guys, so this is War Party Paranormal. Eric's filming. We got Joe back here. We're going to be doing the Delco experiment, something that I came up with and the team's been testing. So it's basically a cross between the Gansfeld experiment and the Estes method. Spirit box.
I'm seeing like a cyclone.
Like a hurricane?
Treacherous night ahead for Florida as darkness begins to fall. Hurricane Ian made landfall, tied as the 5th most powerful storm ever to hit the United States. And this is Fort Myers Beach as a barrage of wind and water slammed the city.
Yeah, so you guys are going to want to check that out tomorrow night, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll all be on the chat, and you can chat with us during the show.
What
and guys,
be on tomorrow?
9:15 on my
okay.
YouTube. So it's
Okay.
Florida Paranormal Researcher YouTube.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it's wild. So we got some crazy evidence.
Stuff.
And guys, mentioning that too, the Hurricane Ian, it really messed up the state, and there's a lot of lives lost, a lot of damage. So if there's anything that you guys want to do,
One of our
or if you
team
want to
members
donate
was affected by
or
it.
anything, definitely there's a lot of websites out there and everything you can donate to people that are experiencing issues. Go ahead, Joe.
If you actually go to my website www.flowweirdapod.com, I have a bunch of links set up on there for American Red Cross, several different locations where you can donate goods, money, anything to help out anybody over.
I'm going to go ahead and add those to my
Florida.
website as well as soon as we jump off here. So Florida Paranormal Researcher as well, Joe's website, and I'll also put them in the description for the YouTube video because I touch on some of that as well.
Nice.
I know personally a lot of things that they're asking for to be donated is like air mattresses because people don't have beds right now. One of my best friends started a nonprofit, and she went and did a convoy through Bonita Springs the other day, and that was what people are: air fryers, microwaves, and air mattresses. But I think most importantly, air mattresses. Who doesn't want to have something nice to sleep on?
Yeah, it makes sense for sure. Something that you wouldn't think of until.
Yeah, no, 100%. When she said that to me, I was like, all right. I'll
And that
go
pump
air
to
mattresses.
blow it up. They don't have power. Battery powered.
And real quick too,
Power
I
pump.
just obviously I on my heart, all of our hearts, especially being down here from Florida, go out to everybody over in your area. But want to give a big shout out to all the volunteers, first responders, emergency personnel who've come out and helped out with cleanup and the recovery and trying to look for survivors. Like that work that you guys are doing it's incredible. And I can't speak directly for everybody on the Southwest Florida, but it's very important work, and I'm sure I know it's very much appreciated by everyone.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Thank you. And the reason that I kind of end the show with a lot of of that talk is because when Joe was doing the Delco experiment, which is a sensory deprivation experiment that we've been doing, he said he saw a cyclone, he saw and I was like a hurricane, and then we didn't know that it was going to be this bad. This was about a week before the storm, and we just started getting reports that we may get impacted by a hurricane, but we didn't really know if or where or when at the time when Joe was doing this experiment. So that's how that ties in to the investigation.
That's awesome. Wow. I didn't know that.
Pretty cool.
Look forward to watching it.
Yeah, definitely. I'd appreciate it.
I feel so short.
Heartbreaking. Absolutely.
And guys, don't forget that tell people where they could find you. Like Carly, where can people find you if they want to follow your social media and check out the stuff that you got going on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything new coming out, things like that.
You can follow me at the Village Tarot Witch on most platforms. I technically have a Facebook page, but I don't do anything with it. So Instagram is where I regularly post, but I do have a TikTok, Facebook, even a Pinterest. Fun stuff.
One of those.
Yeah, I know. So I will be having my own podcast come out in the near future.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting.
Yes, I started it and then I stopped it. But now that I moved and settled, I have a plan. I don't have a date yet, but if you follow my Instagram, I'll be posting everything on there. So that's where to find me, the Village Tarot Witch.
And I just want to say one thing with Marie, like talking about like practicing on honing in on your skills. I could see I think the first time you investigated with this was at the Riddle House, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could see you then and progress till now. It was a huge difference. You had to throw that out there. Sorry.
A huge difference. And yeah, it's amazing how the skills come and how it works that way. And that's the whole thing. They call it a phenomenon, but it's not a phenomenon because it's
something like a phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly.
And Marie, where can they find you?
On Facebook, I did start a page. It's Old School Paranormal.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's old school, and with all the videos of the table tipping and the hubby brings a lot of ambiance.
I'll send you that video.
And it's a lot of ambiance. We put it out. We put a Ouija boards.
Yeah, they
I
do.
have a spirit voice trumpet that I got in Casadega.
Carly's looking for airline tickets. She's coming.
Yep.
Yes,
we
put out a lot of candles and cherubs and pendulums and dowsing rods, indicative to the era. You know, and people come in and they look and
it's got a great feel.
It's the beginning. Yes, it's the beginning of spirituality. It's where it really all started, back to Houdini and stuff like that. So we do a lot of ambiance and stuff like that, but the table is the big draw. But Earl, we go to yard sales and swap shops and stuff, and we find stuff, and it really, they seem to like it. And but Old School Paranormal.
Okay, everyone follow it.
Yeah, go check it out.
Now.
Absolutely. Melissa, where can they find your new ventures, and so they can help proceed to your good fortune?
There you go.
Okay, so first I want to say Southwest Florida's sunshine.org is the website for the nonprofit that I'm working with.
Awesome, thank you.
I'm going to add that to the
Amazon
website as
list that you can mail to the warehouse. So just things that people need.
Can you say that one more time so I can write it down, and plus so our viewers can hear it?
It's SWFL, so Southwest Florida, sunshine.org. It's a great organization that I've been working with, and we just doing great things for the community of everywhere. From
Perfect.
Naples.
I'm gonna put that link in my YouTube video as well.
Thank you so much. And of course, my plug is Melissa Keller Hair. I am a hairstylist in the Southwest Florida area, and I would love for you guys to follow me on my Instagram.
Heck yeah.
You will.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you think you could do anything about this?
Of course, always the follically challenged ones.
She's gonna be our new team stylist.
Yeah,
I wanna-
exactly.
I want to.
Table tipping. I'm in.
I want to do
table tipping, and you have to do it at a higher
dreadlocks.
place.
I want to do dreadlocks, but I want them to
I've had
start
dreadlocks for
like
a long
way
time.
back here.
You can, put, you can put extensions on that, right?
For sure.
You could extend
Dread it
anything.
up.
Yeah.
You could just throw it out and we could dread it. I had
I was
dreadlocks
just
for a
gonna
long
say
time.
that. Joe with some dreads. All right, I want to see that.
And we'll call them shitlocks.
Dread your beard.
Someone
I've
Oh, we
seen
can-
beards get dreaded.
Well, I could do the beard. I want to kind of do like a Captain Jack Sparrow thing with like little beads and stuff in it.
All right, let's do it.
I don't know
Coming out
if my
on-
wife will approve, but
I like
that sucks.
more like the tentacles coming out as a beard. That's always pretty cool.
Or we could do a black. We could do like a black beard. We could just do candles tied to it.
Do it.
Right?
Yes.
That would be freaking badass.
That would
Very
be.
Victorian.
Have to give me the idea.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I
Or
need
maybe
you on a
maybe we could do a
table like
REM
that.
pod mustache.
Yes,
So,
I
like,
need
the
you on-
static will go off.
We need you on the
That'd be cool.
table like that with all there. Yeah, that'd be great.
I mean, I get touched all the time. I mean, in a spiritual sense, of course. So
Very spiritual.
and I go, "Woo."
Don't tell the wife.
But they're dead. It's okay.
You know, Eric, I
Yancy.
read something. Patty Negri, your friend.
Yeah, Patty
She's
Negri.
got yes. I read an article. She's got the I can't think of the name of it, but Sex
cool.
with Ghost. She's got a whole
Oh, yeah.
article on
Yeah,
there.
she does
Yeah,
a
she
lot on
does.
all kinds of different stuff.
Yes, I actually watched her YouTube the other day. It was she.
Oh, quick reminder! You just reminded me. If anyone has Paraflix, or if you don't have it, go get Paraflix. We're gonna have a few War Party team members on Paraflix on an upcoming episode called "The Clampers." It was filmed in
The Clampers.
in Virginia City, Nevada, with Patty.
Aren't those the Beverly Hillbillies?
and the Clampers? It's like a
Clampers, there you go.
Got it.
yeah. So
Berenstein.
Exactly.
Stain.
So yeah, we got the pleasure of working with Patty Negri and Natalie Jones from Paraflix.
Yep.
So yeah, if you don't have Paraflix, check it out. And they got a lot of other amazing shows. there.
Yeah. Was
Patty
watching
Negri.
some of the videos. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
So Joe, where
Great.
can they find you?
Oh, you know, you can
Around.
find me in the club.
Bottles
Dipping
full
my
of
In the
bug?
closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marie, I told you that in confidence, okay?
In the closet.
you could find me at Joe Hunskos on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, anything War Party Paranormal related, and you could listen to me yell about Florida shit on Greetings from Florida podcast, www.floridapod.com.
All right, and I already promoted my own stuff. So, Eric, where are we gonna be at Friday?
Oh yeah. So you people watching who aren't too far away, you can eyewitness this table tipping this Friday night at the Old Davie Schoolhouse. And then after that, we'll be at the Gold Coast Rail Museum on the 29th.
It's Saturday the next day we're at yesteryear also.
Exactly. So every
And then
single week.
also Saturday night
Yeah.
we're gonna be a little somewhere.
Right. So
Oh,
it's
and Mike and I are actually going up to Tallahassee. We're going to be part of the Florida Paracon.
right.
We'll be go if you're nearby Tallahassee, go see us. We'll be
Yeah,
speaking
come on.
at 1 p.m. talking about the Delco. Maybe even might do a little Delco accent. Who knows?
Cool.
And
Cool
then
stuff.
if you get the VIP tickets, you get to investigate with us truly. At
Wow.
the Haunted Warrior Bar in Tallahassee. So
Yeah,
very
come on down.
big honor to do that. Thank you,
Cool stuff.
Bigfoot Stacy.
Yeah, Bigfoot Stacy
and Outcast Paranormal.
and Outcast Paranormal are hosting that, and also our good buddy Matt with Supernatural Spectrum is going to be there as well.
Yep.
So it'll be
Rich
fun.
Chief Skunk Ape, he's on our team.
Yep.
And you can follow me at Ghost Hunter South Florida on IG, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. YouTube is I'll get there someday. working on this to give you amazing shows. So you can find me every Monday at 9 p.m. And follow War Party Paranormal on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And just remember, for you local people, if anyone has a problem with the paranormal in their home or business, give us a call right down there on our website. You can go there too. And if we don't charge for our services, we'll come and help you.
Yeah, we
And you have a
specialize.
day job besides too, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We all do.
I gotta buy the toys.
Yeah, we specialize in residential cases, guys. So that's why we do our public events, is to get out and meet people, and then it kind of turned into this show.
We like talking about our shit.
Yep. So, but yeah, everything that we do at residential cases is all 100% confidential and classified. So don't worry about that. So,
and free. We do not charge for any residential cases. We're there to help you.
Any team that charges, I would be very, very skeptical. But I want to say goodnight, guys. I appreciate you guys. Good seeing you, Carly. Nice meeting you, Melissa. Always.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all our viewers.
And Carly, thank you so
Good
much.
show.
Joe, thank
Good
you.
show.
Good job, guys.
And we're all
And
coming
you
to
had a
Naples to
great
get our hair did.
reading, and you did a great job. Good
Yay.
show.
And all our viewers, like, again, we thank you. And if you do not subscribe to this channel, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you'll be alerted when we come out with new content.
And tell
what the hell
all
are you
your
waiting
friends,
for?
Tell all your friends about it. And tell their friends.
Tell everybody.
Do
Tell
it.
your hairdresser.
Yeah, when you go get your haircut, just start talking
Come
about
and watch
it. Don't be
us.
afraid.
Tell your
Come and watch
priest.
us.
Whole team only.
Exactly.
Come and watch us with the Delco and the table and all the equipment. And yes, it's worth it.
Maybe we'll have paranormal night at Melissa's while you get your haircut.
Yes, hair salon.
Or tarot card and table tipping.
I'm in.
Chair
Sounds like a
spinning.
plan. Hey, look,
EVPs and
Chair
tents.
spinning.
if you could make
Bring all the
You
good
should
stuff
make
into
With
the
shots,
place, you know?
maybe. No, I'm just joking.
if you could
Publish
make
hair.
Melissa this mop look like Franny's hair, I'm in. Okay.
Dance, come on over.
It was just gorgeous. If you could make me look somewhat like Franny, we're good. I'll be there.
All the
That's
ladies
your
here.
creative freedom.
All the ladies on the show can do their magic, so don't worry.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Yes.
Well, we
Great
appreciate it.
show.
Thank you, and have a
Thank
good
you.
night, everybody.
Stay weird.
Stay weird.
Bye.
Peace.
Stay weird.